Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A violent weekend across Connecticut with police in both New Haven and Hartford investigating multiple shootings. One of those cases is now a homicide after an 18-year-old was shot and killed in New Haven. Thanks for joining us here on the Fox 61 News After the Race. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot met with community leaders who say the violence is more than just a seasonal trend.
The gun violence crisis in Connecticut continues. Police in New Haven are investigating a deadly shooting that claimed the life of an 18-year-old early Sunday morning. While some people say the gun violence is a reflection of the change in seasons, community activists say that should not be an excuse.
When someone is shot, it isn't just one person that's affected. It's a community, it's a mom, it's a dad, it's a grandma. It's an auntie, it's a community of people, right? It's an ecosystem.
That ecosystem that Pastor A.J. Johnson is talking about is feeling the impact of gun violence. Police in Hartford are investigating a shooting early Sunday morning that injured 2 people. Meanwhile, in New Haven, police are investigating 2 shootings that happened hours apart. One is a homicide after an 18-year-old was shot and killed.
Often, in the summertime, that's when stuff starts to pick up and stuff. So I think it's good that the community knows about these things that could happen, how that can maybe mitigation of those future things like that happening.
And while data and trends show during the warmer months violence increases, people like Tyshawn Thomas says that can't be the go-to reason.
You can't be like, I'm gonna be violent because I'm hot. We're all hot, and also it's not even that hot yet. It's like we're cold right now. I'm cold, but no, yeah, that doesn't work. No.
Pastor Johnson points to more funding to violence prevention groups as the key to helping mitigate the violence.
Most of these organizations have funding for 2 to 3 years. Gun violence doesn't stop in 2 to 3 years, right? And we just need to fund them, put them in our annual budget in the state consistently.
Leonard Jihad, the executive director with CTVIP, argues gun violence stems from the lack of conflict resolution skills in young people.
People who've had beef or who've had issues, over the winter months, they're coming inside, they're confronting one another, and there has to be an opportunity for any type of mediation or reconciliation. So unfortunately, it's bound to happen.
Jihad said now is the time where young people need to be involved with the many different summer programs the city has to offer, and you can find a full list on our website at fox61.com. Meanwhile, New Haven police are asking anyone with any information on either shooting incidents to come forward. In New Haven, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
We're following some breaking news now at 11:12 from Waterbury, where police are investigating an untimely death. Officers say a body was found inside an abandoned building on Cherry Street.
At this time, the name of the victim is not being released. Police say they don't believe this person's death was suspicious. The chief medical examiner's office is now investigating how that victim died.
Also breaking in Wolcott, police say a head-on crash that happened earlier this evening has now been turned deadly. One driver died from their injuries after the crash on County Road. The other driver involved reportedly suffered minor injuries. The DOT says the road is still shut down. We don't have a timetable, though, on when it might reopen.
And more breaking news to report, this time from Minnesota, where authorities say they have captured the man they believe is responsible for the assassination of a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband.
Multiple sources, including the AP, are reporting Vance Bolter was arrested just a short time ago. He had been at large after police say he shot and killed former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark in their home in the northern Minneapolis suburbs. Another local lawmaker, John Hoffman, and his wife Yvette were also shot. They're still recovering from their injuries. We're following the latest developments from Minnesota. We'll bring you any updates as soon as they become available.
Republican and Democratic lawmakers agree that Saturday's shootings in Minnesota were a chilling reminder of the threats they receive regularly.
And now there are calls to beef up security for them. Rebecca Castor reports from Washington.
Washington lawmakers had a virtual briefing yesterday on the Minnesota shootings, and the bottom line is Congress is not sure how to respond. Several lawmakers told Fox what's most concerning about the killings is the manner in which they were carried out, with the gunmen going to the legislators' homes posing as law enforcement. Threats against federal lawmakers have doubled in the last decade, with more than 9,400 credible threats recorded last year. Congressional security officials have discussed putting officers at the homes of members or even giving everyone a security detail. But that would cost a lot of money. And so far, lawmakers haven't been willing to spend the funds. Instead, politicians are demanding both parties stop using violent rhetoric, which they think is fueling these politically motivated attacks.
People need to call people out. Some people need to look in the mirror and say, hey, I've got to stop this or stop my colleagues from doing this because it makes it much worse. We need to bring the tone down, and we also need to stand up when people do bad things.
Saturday's shootings also took place exactly 8 years ago to the day when House Majority Leader Steve Scalise was shot and wounded during a congressional baseball practice in Virginia.
I was there at the shooting in 2017 when Steve Scalise almost died, just feet away from another young staffer that was shot just next to me. So I'm aware of this. I've been the victim of political violence. I had 6 ribs broken and part of my lung removed. So we know about this. We're very aware of it.
Rebecca Castor reporting. Senators return to Washington tomorrow. More conversations about safety are expected. And as we get updates on all of tonight's breaking news, we'll share them with you on Fox61.com and on the free Fox 61 News app. You can download it through the QR code there on your screen. The 4-car garage was destroyed in a fire late last night. Take a look here. This was the scene on Field Street around 11:40 p.m. Firefighters say the detached garage was fully engulfed when they got to the scene. Some of the siding on the house melted, but the fire did not spread. The car in the garage was destroyed, but no one was hurt. The fire marshal is still working to figure out how that fire started.
And we've learned a woman from Windsor was killed overseas Wednesday. She was hit by a car in a hotel parking lot. Alison Eichner was in Northern Ireland when another American tourist named Kathy Stewart slammed into her with a car. Eichner died at the hospital. Police say both were staying at the Causeway Hotel. Stewart told police she lost control of her car, and she's been charged with careless driving. Eichner was a mother of 2. Friends of the family set up a GoFundMe to help her family cover funeral expenses. We have more information on that at Fox61.com. We have new pictures of a mobile home fire. One person died in that fire Friday morning. Officials haven't released their name, though. The fire started just before 3 a.m. on Fairway Drive in East Windsor. Crews say the home was engulfed when they got there. Once they were able to control the fire, they found a body near the front door. It's still unclear if they were the homeowner who died, and we're still following developments on this story. We'll update you as soon as we learn more.
It's the day all about dads all across Connecticut and the country, of course. People spent their Sunday celebrating fathers and the father figures in their life. In the city of Waterbury, a new car show was created to bring dads and kids together to celebrate and have some fun. Fox 61's Joe Monty talked to the organizer about the importance of this event.
Waterbury's first Daddy and Me car show was Sunday afternoon at Waterville Park. Kids got to come celebrate their dads, bring their cars, eat some food, play games, listen to music, and even win some cars like this. I spoke to some of the dads here at the event, and they tell me why they're here and what the day means to them.
Because they're the future. Right, buddy? Right?
We need to be here. We need to be in their lives.
It's very important that, you know, the father is there in the household, so we plan on showing that today.
That's Ryan Hendricks. He's a father from Waterbury and the organizer of the Daddy and Me car show. He made this event an opportunity for all fathers and families to celebrate and bond this Father's Day. His focus, however, was specifically on black fathers attending the event.
We are breaking the stigma that black fathers are not present in the household. So the plan is to show with 100 black fathers that's present with their kids, a lot of daddy and me time.
Earl Arnold, a Waterbury father of 2 small children, says events like this are incredibly important for local families.
It gives fathers the incentive, if they're not in their children's life, to be in their children's life, or it gives the people who do have children, it gives them some type of place where they can go and be active with their children.
Rafael Lozano is both a dad and a member of the Fatherhood Initiative of Waterbury, which is an organization that helps young fathers. He stresses the importance of fathers' presence in their child's life and how events like this can really make a difference.
It's great to see them out here just doing something different other than being stuck behind a screen. they're playing, they're interacting, they're visiting vendors. Fathers are important. There's data behind it that supports it, that says without a father being present, a child's most likely not to succeed in certain areas of their life.
The event hosted several different vendors and organizations that help local families. Kids got to play in the park, eat for free, drive their own cars, play outdoor games, and listen to music provided by a DJ with their family and friends. Hendricks and his family put the event together with their own time and funds. He's grateful to the community for a successful first Daddy and Me car show.
You know what? We're going to put it in the hands of our Father on Father's Day. And look, he showed us some grace, blessed us with cloudy skies, but it's clear, no precipitation. So we're going to enjoy ourselves today. We're going to have a great time, and we're just going to be a community.
I want to say to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day, and have a good day today and tomorrow.
Fathers here tell me there's nothing more important than being in their kids' lives. Some of them say they didn't have dads of their own growing up and wanted to show the community how important it is for these kids to go through life with good guidance. In Waterbury, Joe Monte, Fox 61.
And on behalf of all the fathers, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right, a special Father's Day gift arrived at St. Vincent's Medical Center this morning. Mariana and Luisa Fairfield welcomed baby Lissandro at 8:49 a.m. He weighed 6 pounds, 5 ounces. And is already a proud little brother to big sister Luana. His parents say, quote, "This is the best gift we could have asked for on Father's Day."